I have a scammer story where you'll definitely side with the scammer. It's a strange world.
All I want is the perfect camera. All I want is the perfect camera.
So I've been debating selling my Panasonic GH6 just because I think Panasonic will come with a new phase detecting micro four thirds that will just destroy that, and then the value of the GH6 will plummet into hell's lounge. And I ain't gonna be there to witness it. So far I'm just getting a bunch of lowball offers like 1,800 Canadian. I'll meet today. It's like, yeah, I bet you would. Great offer. It's $26.99 plus tax, like 3,200. Thanks. It's brand new, used like 17 times. Max. And to add insult to injury, Panasonic lowered the price of it by like $600 for a bit, down to $21.99. I'm like, yeah, nice. And so like I had mine priced around $2,000. I'm like, this sucks. But then they raised it up, and then I raised mine up to $2,200. I get a message from some guy. He's like, would you ship it to Montreal? I'm like, that would suck, but okay, yeah. Usually these are scams. I got one before where it's like, okay, I went through all this stuff. I went all the way to the post office to get an estimate. I brought it back, and then he's like, okay, cool, I'll e-transfer you the money. And then I get this weird email that says like, okay, just enter in your tracking number after you shipped it and we'll give you the money. I'm like, then it's on the way to you and I have no money. Like, what are you doing? It's an obvious scam. No. But this guy seems legit. He seems interested. So I'm like, okay, I'll go get a price check on it and we'll do it. Well, let's do this. So I go to the post office. I bring my GH6 box, put it in another box, add the freaking bubble wrap. And it's like, okay, how much is that going to be? Roughly 35. It's like, okay. So I tell him he has to give me the money first before I'm going to ship it out, obviously, right? So he has to trust me, and he's like, yeah, sure, no problem. We're on the same page. Everything's going smooth so far. And so I tell him, all right, we got a deal. $22.40, put that in my bank, and then I'll ship it out tonight. In his next message, he said, do you mind if I give you 60% of the price now? And then when I get the camera, I'll give you the other 40%. And I'm like, I don't know who you are. It was a guy with no rankings. On Kijiji, we have a ranking system. And so I was telling them, like, I don't know who you are. You have no rankings. I have 42 5-star ratings. That's like a hotel. I'm the one to trust, if anybody here. And here's my YouTube channel. I'm honest. I believe in karma. I'm not going to rip anybody off. I never would. So he's like, okay, that makes sense. It's just, I've been scammed before and I don't want to go through that. It's like, I hear you. I hear you, but I'm the trustworthy one here. You can trust me. So he says, all right, I'll send you the e-transfer tomorrow. I'm out late tonight. And then you can ship it Monday because post office is closed Sunday. He was okay with the wait. So I get an email the next day. And it says, e-transfer, deposit your money, click this link. I'm like, oh boy, again, I've been scammed. I have auto deposit. So if you ever send me an e-transfer, it's in immediately. I don't need a password. I don't need to wait. And I get this thing that's so fishy looking. I'm like, what do you mean? I have a password. And so like I just tell them, I have auto deposit. I don't need a password. I don't want to click any suspicious links. And he's like, what are you talking about? It's just like my bank needs this. I'm with Desjardins in Montreal. I'm like, oh, fancy French man here. Never heard of it before. So I'm Googling this email address and it's like payments@interact.ca or something. It looks legit. But when I Google that, I get this topic of, yes, those are scam emails. It was like a tax thing, and it was that exact notify@interact.ca. And I was like, frickin' guy trying to scam me. Oh, you piece of shit. So I message him back, and I say, God sees what you do. Good luck in life, brother. It's exactly what I said. And he comes back, he's like, what are you talking about? Why are you making this so difficult? You just click the link and put a password in. Panasonic GH6 is the password. Can we do this or what? I said, yeah, we can do this when you stop lying to me. I have auto deposit. There's no such thing as requiring a password. Like, stop trying to scam people. Frickin' God is looking at you. And he was like, you know what? This feels odd. I'm canceling the payment. And I was like, the only odd thing here is you trying to scam me. Laugh out loud. And he was like, I'm not trying to scam you. It's just my bank won't allow auto deposit. You have to do this. And I'm like, what the fuck? So my buddy calls and I'm talking to him on the phone, and then I bring this situation up. He's like, oh, wow. And I'm just like, have you ever seen like needing a password even though you have auto deposit? And he's like, yeah, actually, I just got one the other day. Yeah, some banks require a password. And it was legit. I just entered the password and it was a good deal. I'm like, really? Oh. So it could be real. Could be real. Okay, maybe I overreacted on that one. That's on me. God is watching him, and he's looking back at me as well. And I'm the one he wants to crush with his toe. So we're going back and forth. I'm like, okay, my buddy just said that he actually has the same situation. Password needed for the auto deposit. That's crazy, huh? Oh, wow, look at that. And so, like, he's actually really friendly. He's like, oh, don't worry about it, man. My girlfriend actually, she has auto deposit and she needed a password from me. It's crazy, this bank. I'm like, okay, maybe we'll try that again. Send it on over. Send that link. And so he does. We work it out. Click the link. And it's like, it's all easy. Boom, bank, deposit that. Yep, password, GH6. Gonna miss you, buddy. And we did it. We did it. And now I don't have a camera. I miss it. I gotta be honest with you. My intuition was like, you're gonna miss that thing. It's beautiful. It's a beautiful piece of machinery. It just destroyed the R6 II. It competes with the A7S III, beats it in a lot of ways. The filmic look, stable as it gets in 4K 120p, not 5.7K. I'll miss it. I have 2 lenses now, can't even use them. Frickin' prime and that zoom that nobody wants. Frickin' been trying to sell that for like 2 months, I think. Not one offer respected. I have no penny, boy. What am I gonna do? The autofocus was actually really good, like better than the Fuji X-H2S. Better than most things, even though it was contrast detect. The animal eye detect was working. It was working great. And that prime, what was I thinking? All just to like get rid of some clutter and potentially move on, because I feel like Panasonic's gonna have a phase detect, but now I feel like their next Micro Four Thirds phase detecting camera is not going to beat the GH6 in all areas. It's not just going to be, okay, here's the GH7. Sorry about that. 6. We'll do a trade-in value, give you $30. It's going to be like a G9 4K 60 phase detect. And I'm going to be like, oh, it's going to be like 3 years before we get a Micro Four Thirds camera that beats what I had. And now what? But I figure sell it now while it's worth something. I think I only ended up losing like $110 on that whole thing. Buying the GH6 brand new with an extra battery, sold it for 110 bucks less. Used it for like a month, got lots of great footage, and learned a lot about myself. And it's just been, I miss it. I want it back. So if you're watching this, my friend, can we, same deal, I'll offer you $2,100. We're on the same page here. I was also annoyed because I sold my Olympus 12mm Tony 2, and that was the vlogging lens, in anticipation of thinking that Leica 9mm would be fantastic, but it was never in stock at the underground society that I had to buy it in. And then after trying the 18mm on the S5, and it was warping around, I was like, probably same thing with that Leica, man. So like really it just didn't fit for everything I wanted it to. It would have been great. I could have made it work. That would have been a fantastic little kit. The 12mm and the 200 prime. Go anywhere in the world. I could vlog and wildlife. Now, that's my only travel option. It weighs more than the horses that I want to film on it. You can't leave the house. And then Sony as a vlog cam is going to be shaky and jerky. Freaking jerky turkeys. So we're lost. Right now I own the Canon EOS R with this lens and that stupid Voigtlander that nobody will buy. And the Sony a7S III. And I'm mad. I have a GoPro 11. I need a better vlogging cam. There's nothing on the horizon. And I'm lost. I'm scared. I'm scared to death. So, what do you think? Do you side with the scammer? Did I overreact? What's a good vlogging camera? Was selling the GH6 a mistake? Let me know your thoughts down below. I miss it. 4K. Wow. It's almost as small a sensor as the GH6. And the audio's not as good because I'm further away from it. I'll leave. You subscribing for more videos on the internet?